Like, that thing's like a giraffe.
She's a giraffe, bro. Let's take a photo of her and edit her next.
No, don't do that. Don't, no. We want her next year. Don't do that. My bad.
When he actually gets going and like... Hey,
Leslie,
get down. You're in the video.
The disappointment. Oh. Sorry, Mike is not here to do it.
It's all good.
Oh.
How cool though. I'm trying to look at it. I'm not in the crowd. Oh yeah.
he broke up with Noah.
For Elon, I was with Elon today and he goes, yeah, I checked her Instagram and everything with Noah was off of it. With the freshman, I'm pretty sure.
That's wild. That's like something Tate would do.
That freshman's kind of hot.
What? She was kind of hot. She was bad. Like,
Way better.
yeah, a lot of the people that I know that are dating.
Okay, that's
like Cooper. Alright, that's fucking Reese. He's like dating a four-wheeler.
Michael, you're going to jail.
What'd you say?
No! Michael!
Wait. Repeat it?
Right now. The one standing up.
You're going to step away. Julian! This is our song!
I didn't even know we had cheerleaders.
Who's Brentley carpool driver?
Friendly. Who's your carpool driver? Ava.
There's a girl on Xavier who looks like her that drives with Kalani.
No, she drives with Kwani.
She does?
For crew.
Yeah, that was?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I drive with Ron.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, you are recording nothing. You are recording nothing. Wait, what are you talking about?
For carpool.
It's like
It moved.
we're in the middle of the field. We're all there.
I don't get paid enough for this.
We don't even get paid at
I get
all.
40
I'll
bucks.
do it for you.
Actually.
You get paid $40 to do this? I want to sign up.
No, I'm vice president. Vice president already.
Senior VP.
Raise right there.
It's okay.
Who's down there with our camp?
I don't know. I think it's like Renee or Renee. No, he's a freshman in college. Everyone's here from college except Brophy kid. Obviously. I'm the youngest one here. And I get paid. He doesn't get paid. This is not a football song.
Every rookie event.
This is not a football song.
It was a surfboard. No, it was a
Where?
surfboard.
Oh, that mom? Yeah. Her nose is kind of big. Oh, she has a, yeah, that's plus one.
It's actually 85 pounds.
Dude, we suck. Oh, we're actually tied, actually. Never mind. I thought we were losing.
This swivel needs to be smooth. Such a smooth swivel.
It's such a nice setup. Way better than what I had last year. I don't know you though.
Wasn't it just you and Frank? You and Frank?
Yeah. That was just me. That fucker was 45 minutes late today.
Pretty obvious. I haven't in like two of my classes. I have my AP Gov and my AP Spanish.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the varsity sport. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the varsity sports. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
I'll be seeing Lucas Metzner back with you all for the start of the second half. Apologies for the audio difficulties in the first half. We've got that all sorted out now, and we're happy to be back with you for second half action from Ray Lang Field at Central High School. It's the home team, Brophy College Preparatory Broncos 13, the visiting Williamsfield Blackhawks 14. Lucas, what have you made of that first half so far?
I think that both teams are ready. They're hungry. I like what the offensive coordinators are doing, but I also like that the defenses are getting after one another. Brophy College Prep has been able to move the football well behind a lot of great throws from quarterback Charlie McGinnis. But the thing is, they have been held to 2 field goals twice inside the 30-yard line. So they're looking to finish off more drives here. Meanwhile, Williamsfield had that early turnover, but they're coming back nicely here. So I think both teams are hungry, both teams are ready, and we've seen a good one so far. I expect nothing less in the second half.
Absolutely. The lone Brophy touchdown came from a fumble by Dylan Lee that gave the Broncos great field position. And then Charlie McGinnis led the Broncos offense down and threw it to Naseem Isaac in the end zone for a touchdown. They got 2 field goals after that. Meanwhile, for Williamsfield, it's been 2 power runs by the elusive running back, big Dylan Lee, number 5. And he's got both of their touchdowns so far and the 1-point lead. Williamsfield won the coin toss. They elected to defer. So here they are receiving the ball to start the second half. It's the kicker, Connor Fury, the dual sport athlete. He plays soccer as well. We've seen him a lot in today's game with those field goals. And here he is to get us underway for the start of the second half. As muffing the return that time, it is Deion Rogers, but that's just going to bounce anyways for a touchback.
There again, we see the great boots of Connor Fury. The senior has put on a clinic today, making the lone extra point and 2 field goals, showing off that he's got plenty of range. He's made them from relatively close today, but the kickoffs and the field goals have shown that leg is an absolute boot.
Williamsfield offense talking it over on the sidelines. They've been led by quarterback Cody Guy. He's been a great improviser so far in today's game. A lot of quick throws after being under pressure by an explosive Brophy defensive line that features the likes of Devin Kennedy, Mardell Rowe, and Brandon Byrne.
Lots of great athletes on that Brophy defensive line. We'll touch on them more in detail throughout the rest of this second half, but they have been making things happen on the defensive side of the football.
Here is the first play of the second half. It'll be a handoff to Lee. Quick stop that time for the Broncos.
Defensive line doing what we were saying. They're making the offensive line work extremely hard. I've seen that offensive line needs a lot of double teams on some of the guys they got because of the sheer size, willpower, and skill that some of the Broncos defenders have.
And Lucas, we were talking about this earlier. Brophy fully expected Dylan Lee to be the main contributor to that Williamsfield offense, but they've been switching it up a lot between Cody Guy and Lee. As we're going to get some flags here. Looks like this might be a false start.
And while they move back 5 yards, you're right. We expected to see a lot of Dylan Lee in this game, which we have, but we got to see a lot more Cody Guy than we were expecting, making some pretty good throws, especially to his favorite target, Cameron Cook. He's been making plays all over for the Blackhawks, and as well as Trey Foster getting involved every once in a while. He's a great athlete and great receiver asset for the Blackhawks as well.
Yeah, Cameron Cook, a speedy receiver. He's also been their guy to return on special teams. He's returned most of the kicks and punts from Connor Fury so far. 2nd and 12 here after that 2-yard loss for the Blackhawks. It's Guy to throw, firing down the middle. Pass is caught that time by Kersner. And he'll pick up the first down and much more before being pushed out of bounds.
Great play design, and that's the power of having a great running offense, the play action. The linebackers were convinced it was going to Dylan Lee. They sucked up, and that left the middle of the field wide open for an easy slant completion.
And we've seen plenty of play action passes so far from Williamsfield because they've been trying to fake out that Brophy defense. As we've said multiple times, they've been looking towards Dylan Lee's way, but Cody Guy able to make those plays on those play actions.
Cameron Cook lining up at the bottom of your screen out wide here, pretty isolated. He might be involved here.
Guy, play action, looking, firing towards Cook. That one's up in the air. It is intercepted by the Broncos. Still going. And that was a great play that time by Brophy. On the interception, it was the senior cornerback, Marlon Colbert. Great defensive play for the Broncos. And earlier, Lucas, we talked a lot about setting the tone. There's your tone setter to begin the second half.
Absolutely. The second turnover of the game by Williams Field. First interception. Early in the game, it was the defensive line setting that tone with that strip tackle from Mardell Rowe. But right now, it is the cornerback, Marlon Colbert, who made some great plays in the second quarter. A huge play to give Brophy the momentum and the football in great territory here.
And Lucas, you saw that they were targeting Cook on that right side almost immediately. I think Colbert saw that too, as well as the rest of the defenses. Here's Carlos Estrada. He's got a lot of room to run here on first down. Stopped just short of the first down. Great run that time, Carlos Estrada.
Offensive line definitely making some things happen on that run, as it was a gain of 9. So Brophy College Prep in that quick no-huddle style, they got a lot of options on second and short on what they want to do.
Pass-heavy, no-huddle offense here, but Estrada getting a lot of carries to start the second half, as that's going to pick up the first down and more. And Lucas, it's been a good mix actually between passes and runs.
I am really proud and really liking what I'm seeing from the offense coordinator, Coach Jewell, developing from that run-only style into passing, but staying true to their roots as well.
As here's another run that time for the Broncos, with this time Williams Field fully prepared. That was Javon Maxey on the tackle.
They want to push the pace here. Last year, they had a senior who graduated, and he was handed the ball off almost every time, and he made some things happen, but a lot more balance to this offense.
Yeah, that senior you're mentioning, David Lopez, first team All-State. Here's Nathan Benzie. Great bodying that time from Nathan Benzie to force the first down, but we do have a penalty marker down. Now we've got some chippiness on the sidelines here.
Referee has to separate those two and coaches off the track. Right next to the cheerleaders, they were about ready to get into it, but broken up quickly there. It's going to be interesting what the flag is here.
Yeah, that was the cornerback, Jeremiah Wallace, and he wanted all that smoke with that Brophy sideline.
One-man army right there, ready to take on everyone, but not worth it in the first game of the season. Your team needs you here. So they get everyone cooled down and settled down.
You especially don't want to get an unsportsmanlike penalty for those actions as well.
Those 15-yarders are killer because the holding penalties happen, the pass interference happen, the offside happen. It's part of the game, but those unsportsmanlike are unforced errors that just kill your team and shoot yourself in the foot.
And the refs are going to talk that over.
Jax pushed him out of bounds, but then he slipped on the tarp here. So then Jax tried to catch him before he fell, and then they thought it was a fight. And then they were jawing at each other. Personal foul against the offense. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense.
So they're going to call it a personal foul on the offense and an unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. Here's the full story of what went down. Jax Ryan and Jeremiah Wallace went on the outside. Ryan caused Wallace to slip on the tarp, tried to push him up. Wallace thought that Ryan was trying to have some beef with him there, so they were a little chippy that time. So fouls on both of them, but it looks like the Broncos are going to actually advance the ball because of that unsportsmanlike conduct call, Lucas.
I think they're going with what happened on the original play unless they got an extra flag from Williams Field. It looks like they called offsetting penalties, which I agree with that call right there. Make sure they both get flagged so that no one's putting at the disadvantage there. I think that play carries over from Benzie's nice catch and run.
So they gained 12 yards that time from Nathan Benzie's catch. Looks like they do gain a few additional yards from the penalty on that unsportsmanlike conduct. So it will be 1st and 10 for Brophy in the Williams Field red zone right at the 20-yard line.
And this is a critical point right here. Finishing the drive in the end zone. We love the kicker, Connor Fury. He's a great talent, but these Brophy Broncos really need to put up 6 points right here.
Especially because 2 of their last 3 offensive drives did end in a Connor Fury field goal, so they're hungry for that touchdown.
Referees getting everything sorted out here on both sidelines, but it looks like we're going to be ready to start once again.
Just waiting for the referee's whistle to blow them in play, and here it is. And it'll be a handoff that time. That's Harrison Chambers. And they're going to have to whistle the play dead.
Defensive line pinched down. Linebackers filled their assigned gaps. Decent play, still decent yardage from Brophy, but that was just good fundamental football from the front seven of the Williamsfield Blackhawks, hold them to a minimal gain.
Brophy deciding to switch it up. Harrison Chambers started their scrimmage game at running back in Queen Creek, as this time Estrada is going on the run, and he'll be brought down that time. That's Javon Maxey. Also on the tackle, Andrew Schertz.
This is a big moment for the senior campaign of Charlie McGinnis. Third and medium to long. The defense knows you're probably going to throw. You're throwing here. Can you find a good route combination and put the throw on the money, keep this drive alive?
3rd and 7 at the 17. McGinnis takes a snap, rolling out to his right, looking to fire in the end zone. It is caught, wide open, touchdown Broncos. They regain the lead. Jacob Buggy wide open on that right sideline. And just like that, the Broncos, who initially had the lead, get it right back.
That was a great play design right there. They call for the rollout, make sure Charlie McGinnis gets some space. He finds the talented Jacob Buggy wide open, just walks in for 6, and that is a very positive sign for the Brophy College Prep Broncos and the senior season of Charlie McGinnis. Puts that one right on the money in a tough situation.
Routine drive for the Broncos results in a touchdown. Here's Connor Fury, and make him 3 for 3 on the extra point. It will be 20-14. Brophy leads with 7:55 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
That's great play design right there. The rollout, the corner route to find his man, Jacob Buggy, who last year had 30 receptions, 198 yards, 6.6 average yards per reception, a long of 25, and only 1 touchdown last year. Well, Jacob, you're not even through your first game and you matched last season. Look out for Jacob Buggy to have a great senior season this year for the Broncos.
Yeah, and how about this? Jacob Buggy, a guy in his freshman and sophomore years that actually split time at quarterback with Charlie McGinnis before McGinnis ended up being the Broncos guy. Buggy, who also played wide receiver when McGinnis was in the game, made that full switch over, and so far that partnership has worked out really well.
Their connection and chemistry is there, obviously sharing that QB room. Jacob Buggy stands 6'2", 195, and he's got an offer from Augusta, so that's good. Could have a future in football, especially after a potential strong senior season. Game 1, he's off on the right foot.
Well, that chain of events was kicked off by that interception by Marlon Colbert. Broncos get their 2nd touchdown of the game off the 2nd turnover of the game from Williamsfield's offense. And just like that, it's 20-14 as Connor Fury out for the kick. Dion Rogers, Cameron Cook, the 2 guys back deep to receive. It'll be Rogers to take this one, making his way towards the right side. He's got some room. There he goes down the middle, and that's probably going to be a hold as Rogers goes down. We do have a flag in the backfield, so it looks like, Lucas, that's going to be coming back.
We heard the holding echoes throughout the entire homestands here. Pretty obvious call in my opinion, as number 40, Colin Aramian, was trying to make the play there, grabbed by the shoulder, and a decent return, going to get pushed back. Brophy is starting to slowly grab this momentum right back. Huge interception, touchdown. The special teams is going to force them to have a long field to drive on. Brophy is in good position here about midway through the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and for a football team to make those long receptions when the kickoffs happen, there's usually always some sort of caveat to those deep receptions, and that time there was a holding. Very tough to get a solid kickoff or punt return without a holding or an illegal block in the back, and that time just didn't come to fruition here for Williamsfield.
Mentioned earlier in the broadcast, but it got cut out. That former professional, Kyle Vandenbosch, father of 2 players on this team, is the special teams coordinator, and his valuable experience in college football and the NFL has the special teams unit looking right at all times.
Speaking of Kyle Vandenbosch, don't miss our exclusive interview with Kyle Vandenbosch on the Varsity Sports Show tomorrow at 8:45 a.m. as the ref is going to whistle that play dead. Looks like we're going to have a discussion between the two refs. Lucas, what happened there?
Could be a false start. Not exactly sure what they want to do there. Could also be offsides. Nope, it's going to be the false start right there.
Lucas, at the third false start of the game so far for Williams Field.
Williams Field has had some issues today in terms of pre-snap, both on offense and defense. They've jumped off sides and some hard counts on defense, and on offense they've had a lineman move early, a receiver step out early. They got to get on the same page of the snap count, or they're going to keep shooting themselves in the foot and put themselves in danger of losing.
Here's Cody Guy on first down. He's going to hand it off. That's actually going to be Braden Kersner. Quick stop that time by the Brophy defense. On the tackle that time, number 58, Josh Finch Logan. Cole Ruther, the linebacker, also on that tackle.
We saw that play design earlier in this game. Fake handoff to the man, Dylan Lee, and a little reverse for Brendan Kirshner. That time snuffed out by Brophy's defense.
2nd and 7 for the Blackhawks. This time it is Dylan Lee. He's going to go down the middle and trying to strip the ball loose, but all they'll get that time is a tackle. Stopped that time by Marlon Colbert.
It doesn't come as a surprise to me that Dylan Lee was the number 10th rusher in all of Arizona last year with 1,582 yards. He's elusive and he fights for those extra yards.
Dylan Lee, a guy we've been keeping our eye on in the game so far. Quick handoff to him. The Broncos were 100% ready that time. No gain.
The first time Williams Field ran that play that we just saw, that little fake inside zone, little counter reverse, it went for a really nice gain. But now they've just tried to run it 2 times in the third quarter, and Brophy knows exactly what's going on.
Again, no gain on that play. 2nd and 10 here from the 27 for the Blackhawks. Guy gonna take it himself on the play action, rolling out to his left, looking, firing, complete that time to Cook, and just short of a first down.
Talked about it for Williams Field. The best thing they have going for them right now is that play action. They have Brophy so keyed in on their running ability. The play action has bought them the time and space to throw the football how they want to. Finding the man, Cameron Cook, once again. He's been all over the field on offense making plays.
Yeah, and one thing about that play action, we've seen Cody Guy be an improviser today, and he's shown it through those play actions. As that's going to be a jet sweep to Kersner. He'll pick up the first down.
They got the Brophy front 7 keyed in on the inside run right now, so a jet sweep, good call by the Blackhawks offensive coordinator. Get it to the edge and find some room.
And apologies, that was actually Jaden Smith that time on the carry. Low snap for Guy. He's going to hand it off to Lee. He's got a lot of room here. There he goes. Big hit, can't drop him. And eventually the refs are going to have to whistle the play dead. Jacob Buggy, who also plays defensive back, almost able to bring Lee down on a big hit. But it's going to take multiple Broncos to bring him down, and unfortunately we've got an injury on the field.
Yeah, awkward group tackle there as Dylan Lee was in some open field. It's really important when you try and tackle Dylan Lee to make all the form fundamental tackles. Get your shoulder wrap up complete with your arms and bring him to the ground. He's so special, and that's why he was 10th in all of Arizona last year. The ability to evade with his speed and his quickness, but also the ability to run through the weak tackles. And that's a good sign right there as that player, number 21, Jacob Schoenhals, is up and off of the field onto the sideline. Hopefully he's going to be all right.
Yeah, injured player that time, Jake Schoenhals. Let's hope he's all good and back in the game soon. 5:52 left to go here in an electric third quarter. Williams Field driving so far, trying to answer that Brophy touchdown.
So far, so good on the the drive for Williams Field, mixing it in nicely with some run and pass and letting their star, Dylan Lee, shine. The mix of play calls is what finally is getting Dylan Lee free when they run that inside zone up the middle. Because earlier in this game, Brophy was expecting it so much and it was getting shut down. But now we're going to see more flashes of Dylan Lee as the Blackhawks offensive coordinator continues to get into his creative bag.
And as we've seen so far, Dylan Lee, a power running back, they've been able to create a lot of holes for him to use that power and get through, especially on that last play. It took multiple Broncos to bring him down that time, and even then they had to whistle the play dead, as here is that versatility of Lee again, pushing his way through down the middle for a few yards.
Seems that inside zone play is their favorite. It's simple, but yet so effective if you block it right. Gets him the space he needs. He doesn't need a lot of space. He needs just enough, and he'll find a way to either evade or run right through you if you're not ready to make the tackle.
Smash mouth football here so far from the Williams Field offense. 2nd and 6. It's going to be a toss this time to Lee on the outside. He's got a good amount of room to run, pick up a few yards that time.
Important tackle made by Bastian Vandenbosch there. If he didn't make that tackle, that was going to be at least inside the 5-yard line right there with the speed and power of Dylan Lee. Trying to get him some space with that toss play. Good play design, but better linebacker play by Vandenbosch.
Bastian Vandenbosch, only a sophomore, but he already has offers from schools like Nebraska and Oregon. As here's a run that time by Kersner. He'll pick up the first down.
Would be interesting to see if he commits to Nebraska to follow in his father's footsteps. But he is so young that he's probably got time to develop more offers from more schools. It'd be interesting to see where he ends up after his time at Brophy.
Both Bastian and his brother Case, who's the backup quarterback for the Broncos, have offers from Nebraska, as that time it's a screen pass to Lee, and he's not going to get much that time, just a gain of 3.
Good pursuit by the Bronco defense, knowing where he is on the field at all times and chasing him down one way or another. I'm seeing a lot of, even though Williams Field is moving the ball right now, I'm seeing a lot of determination from the Bronco defense.
2nd and 7. Here's a run by Lee. He is into the end zone, or is he stopped short? We will see. One ref is ruling it a touchdown. The other says he is short. They're going to have to spot the ball. And it is indeed a touchdown. Dylan Lee with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. And just like that, Williams Field ties it up at 20.
Bronco defense may have been determined, but Dylan Lee more determined right there. 3rd touchdown of the night, all rushing. He had 19 touchdowns last year. Very impressive. Also 4 games with over 100 rushing yards.
Here's the kicker, Rodenbach. Kicks it right through, and just like that, Williams Field no, it is no good. Excuse me, that went out towards the left, and we're actually going to be tied at 20.
Interesting right there. That kick had all the height and distance it needed, but just wide left right there, and things got a whole lot more interesting. Even playing field, 20 apiece. Couple minutes left in the 3rd quarter. What an exciting week 1, Avi.
Absolutely, and with the dynamic things that can go with the tie ball game, of course, this could end up going back and forth, Lucas, and we're just going to have to see how this ball game plays out.
Like we were talking about earlier, we're going to see which one of these defenses can really make a game-changing play late in the game here. Brophy College Prep's defense has been incredible, forcing those 2 turnovers already, really making the offense of Williams Field work hard.
Looks like we're going to get a little shake-up here, Lucas, on their turn. The Broncos are going to have CC Camarada out there for the return instead of the usual man, Cree Thomas.
Interesting. Cree Thomas is on the sideline getting worked on by trainers. Got a water bottle in his hand, and they are massaging both of his lower legs, wondering if he's dealing with cramps right now. The heat is ridiculous. The sun is set, but we are still in triple digits here in Central Phoenix.
And here is the kick. And it will not be returned by Camarada, but we got a big return this time. And well, it looks like he's going to keep going. That's most certainly a holding, because we got a flag. He's still going and brought down, and I do believe, Lucas, this one is coming back, however.
Quite an exciting return, but that flag was thrown quickly. There's actually 2 of them down around the same yard line. Definitely a block in the back or hold to spring that one free. So the Bronco offense is going to have to work hard, working its way all the way down the field.
That time on that kickoff, it was the running back, Harrison Chambers. Almost took it all the way to the house, but we did have that flag way in the backfield. And it looks like, yes, it will be a holding, so the Broncos will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Luckily for the Broncos, that penalty occurred somewhere around the 30-ish yard line. Able to start at the 20. That would have been bad if that hold occurred any further back. Would have made for some tough field position after a pretty electric return.
Yeah, and we can still see Crete Thomas on that Brophy sideline getting his legs stretched out by the trainer there. 1st and 10 with 3:55 left to go. McGinnis going to hand it off to Estrada on the right. And he'll push his way through for a few yards before going down. It's been a good day for Carlos Estrada so far.
Yeah, last year Carlos Estrada, as only a sophomore, this is his junior season. He had 11 carries, 56 yards, about 5 on average, along 26, and a touchdown. Getting a lot more touches this year.
McGinnis to throw. Looking, firing, caught. Still on his feet before being brought down that time.
Williams Field right there was trying to change the tide of the turnover battle. They were there outstripping, giving attempts to strip that football from Estrada. Good ball security from Estrada. He's obviously been working hard in those ball security drills, not fumbling it yet.
Yeah, play that time was a screen by Carlos Estrada. Looks like McGinnis might have gotten Williams Field to jump again. And he did. That's the that is the 3rd encroachment this time for Williams Field. They've had 4 false starts as well.
Yeah, it's been a tough day at the line for Williams Field, both on offense and defense. Some discipline issues right there, some 5-yard penalties.
McGinnis on 1st down, looks to throw, fires incomplete. On the sideline that time it was intended for Nico Rodriguez. Great coverage that time. That's Deion Rogers.
Deion Rogers was there in the area, making sure to deny that throw. McGinnis couldn't put it in a spot where either of them could get it. Kind of works as a throwaway right there, as there's good coverage all around. Let's see if they let McGinnis throw a little more on this drive, put them in position.
McGinnis to throw again on 2nd down, looking, pumping, firing, incomplete. That time intended for CC Camarada down the middle.
That ball was absolutely rifled in there. Very tight window, and he tried to complete it. Almost caught by his receiver, but almost intercepted at the same time. Ends up falling down to the turf, and just like last drive, 3rd and long, McGinnis and everyone on that field knows that it's time to throw. Let's see what he can do here.
3rd and long for McGinnis, under pressure here, looking, firing. Deep ball, wide open, it is complete. There he goes, right sideline, touchdown Broncos. Charlie McGinnis with a deep ball connection, and just like that, the Broncos take the lead in an electric football game.
My, oh my, what a play. Excellent protection from the offensive line. McGinnis rolls out, and man, has he been in the weight room hitting bench press. What a throw. That was quite some arm strength there to complete that one.
What if I told you he threw the ball that time into Rylan Umphrey, who is listed as a quarterback, Lucas?
Wow. That quarterback room has obviously been getting reps in the wide receiver room because this is the year of Charlie McGinnis. So the other quarterbacks working on catching that pass, giving him good targets to throw to.
Here's Connor Fury, and he knocks that one right down the middle, and it's a 27-20 football game. The consistent leg of Connor Fury gives the Broncos a 7-point lead.
Absolutely electric stuff here from Charlie McGinnis. He has stepped up in the moment and made some huge 3rd down throws. Last year, He threw for 1,165 passing yards. He had 140 completions on 235 attempts. That's 59.6%, right around that 60 mark. And he has another season of completing that or just a little bit more. Watch out for this Brophy College Prep Broncos team.
Buckle up, folks. We're in for a good one. 2:31 left to play here in the third quarter. The Broncos lead 27-20 against the Williamsfield Blackhawks in what's been a very back-and-forth ball game.
Definitely a big drive for the Williamsfield offense. Can they get in the end zone once again and even it up? And also for the Bronco defense, this is their time right here to make a statement stop with all that talent on the D-line and in the secondary. Going to be very interesting to see how this next drive plays out.
And of course, Charlie McGinnis already committed to playing lacrosse at Hofstra, but you wonder if after this stellar performance he might reconsider his options.
His father said hopefully football is an option as well, as the seasons don't conflict. And if he continues to have a senior campaign like he is tonight, I would not put it out of the question.
It'll be Cook and Rogers back deep for the Blackhawks. Here's the kick by Fury, and it's another good one. And Cook's going to take that left side. Or will it be Rogers? It is Rogers. He's still on his feet. No flags are on the field as he's going to keep going. And he'll be stopped right around the 30-yard line. Great return that time from the cornerback, Dion Rogers.
Great return indeed. I thought he was going to try and come all the way down to the bottom of your screen towards our near sideline, try and wrap it all the way around, but he makes a nice juke move right in the middle and just gets what he can. And a mistake was learned last time. Number 12, Brandon Kirshner, committed that holding penalty on the last one, and this time he made a business decision to let his guy go, not commit the penalty, let the return ride out, and Williamsfield has decent field position to try and answer back here.
Out comes Cody Guy, Dylan Lee, and the Williamsfield offense, and the Broncos defense trying to do everything they can to hold this lead. As Cody Guy's under pressure, he's going to have to roll out to his right here, still under pressure, and he's just going to have to throw that one away. Pressure that time from Devin Kennedy and Noah Hubbard.
He was getting absolutely hounded right there. Devin Kennedy, the 6'3", 245-pound senior, committed to Iowa, offers from all over the country. His father, Jimmy, played college football at Penn State, played for many teams, Denver Broncos, Chicago Bears, Jacksonville Jaguars, the Vikings, and he won a Super Bowl with the New York Giants. A lot of football talent in that family.
As it'll be a handoff to Lee. Brophy that time ready for him, will force third down. Looks like we've got an injured Bronco on the field. Lucas, week one, but we've seen quite a bit of injuries so far.
I'm getting the feeling that some of these are cramps. The very, very high heat. You're getting used to game speed for the first time. See a lot of teammates holding up and stretching out the legs of other teammates. I'm hoping that that's just the case of just cramps. You know, you don't want to see guys go down in week one. Absolutely heartbreaking stuff when they do. But hopefully, you know, they get some fluids in their system, whatever food they need right after the game. And, you know, the Arizona hot summer is brutal. The sun is down, it's past 8 p.m., and we are still in triple digits. It's really tough to play football out in this Arizona heat. So I'm hoping for all these players' sake, it's just some cramps and getting that game speed, game feel week one out of the way.
Yeah, it truly is Friday night lights out here. We've got a beautiful night sky so far, but yet it's still very hot and humid. And again, you just want those fluids in your body. Make sure you're hydrated and get those cramps. Looking like that's going to be Jake Schoenhals, who went out of the game earlier. So you wonder if maybe Lucas, he is cramping.
I think it's quite possible. We also saw Cree Thomas getting worked on the sideline with both of his legs being helped by trainers, as well as a water bottle in his hand during the entire time. I think a lot of these players are experiencing and dealing with cramps on an extraordinarily hot day like today. Still the middle of August. Haven't quite settled into getting down into the 90s and 80s yet. Triple digits likely the rest of the way for this game.
Brutal heat those first few games of the 6A season. And we're in it right now. 1:38 left to go here in the ball game. Cody Guy firing. It is caught that time. by Kersner, and he'll pick up the first. The great improviser once again.
Might be coming back, though. See some yellow dirty laundry on the field.
Yep.
I wonder if there's a hole.
That is exactly what it is, and it looks like that's going to come back, so it'll force third down.
He was under pressure right there with the design screen. The defensive linemen were barreling in. He made the right throw, but one of the offensive linemen just couldn't contain their guy, commits a holding, and now third and medium that got converted turns into third and long. This is a very tough position for the Blackhawks.
What would have been a 3rd and 4, now a 3rd and 14. Guy taking the snap, looking to throw, taking it himself, still looking to fire, incomplete, just over the head of Trey Foster.
Had some space rolling out, but he was very much under pressure. Found an open receiver, but incredibly hard to complete that throw on the run.
We're going to get an official's timeout here on the field. But I don't know if you saw, look who's back on the field. That's right, it is Cree Thomas out here for the return.
Fantastic news for the Broncos. His elusiveness and explosive playmaking in the special teams game could help completely flip this game on its ear in favor of the Brophy Broncos.
And we were talking about how both teams have been playing very well offensively, but of course, if they want to win this football game, offense wins games, defense wins championships, and so far that Broncos defense on that last drive stepped up.
They've stepped up big. They've forced Williams Field to commit 2 turnovers, 1 fumble, 1 interception. They're working hard. The defensive line is getting after the offensive line. They're making it very tough on Cody Guy back there. Cody Guy has not been comfortable all day long.
The return of Cree Thomas getting these fans invested here in the football game. 1:03 left to play in the third. Williams Field to punt. Thomas and CC Camerata back. High snap, almost blocked. Punt is actually going to be tipped. Excellent field position now for the Broncos. They're going to start from the Williams Field 39-yard line.
That was absolutely partially tipped right there. What an absolute play from Jack Sebald, the linebacker, coming off the edge, gets a hand on it, and that football doesn't even make it past the original first down marker that Williams Field needed to make. That is a huge special teams play. Man, do I tell you, we keep talking about it, but Kyle Vanden Bosch has got that special teams unit firing on all cylinders. The often forgotten third phase of the game is helping put the momentum in Brophy's favor.
Well, give yourself a pat on the back, Coach Vanden Bosch, because your special teams has been outstanding tonight. Brophy takes over with 53 seconds left in the third quarter. McGinnis, play action, firing complete. CC Camerata, big hit that time. Able to stay on his feet and gets wrapped out of bounds. Good job by CC.
CC fighting hard right there. Not a whole lot in the game. Good play design, but a better job by Trayshawn Shorty to force him backwards with a tough initial hit, force him out of bounds, no gain.
Yeah, and when you're able to withstand an initial hit from Trayshawn Shorty, you got to give yourself a pat on the back too, because that's a guy that can be a big disruptor out there for that secondary.
Absolutely. Been lighting a couple people up today and shows you that his hitting power is always relevant.
McGinnis, he'll keep it himself. And just short of the first down, but a good run that time by the elusive Charlie McGinnis.
He's going to set himself up for third and medium. I brought it up twice already in the second half. I'm going to say it one more time. Third and medium to long. There's a really good chance they throw here. And it's another legacy throw for the senior season of Charlie McGinnis, who has shown us that he has greatly improved already.
And it looks like the Broncos will not run another play before the end of the third quarter. They'll bring their guys off the field. Folks, we are in for a heck of a ball game here. Broncos 27, Williams Field 20. We'll be right back for fourth quarter action here from Central.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza.
Back here for the start of the fourth quarter, Avi Singh alongside Lucas Metzner. It's been a heck of a ball game here so far, as I've mentioned already. Broncos 27, Williamsfield 20, and we're starting to come down to the wire here.
Final quarter underway. Charlie McGinnis has made some huge throws on third down to give the Brophy College Prep Broncos the lead. Third and medium here. He might throw again.
For Brophy here, it's 3rd and 4 at the Williamsfield 33. That's Nassim Isaac in motion out on that left side. McGinnis trying to get the Williamsfield defense to jump. They've done it 4 times so far. It'll be a run outside with Estrada, and he'll pick up the first down and more. Carlos Estrada, another great run, and he's had himself a good night.
This time, with the sticks being much closer, that 3rd and 4, they're able to hand it off. Great initial push from the offensive line, and the speed of Estrada gets the chains moving.
1st and 10, and it looks like we're going to get a flag here. This could be a false start.
I'm not sure if they're actually going to call a penalty on Brophy. Oh, they might here. Oh, they will. The chains were not set when Brophy was trying to snap this football. I wonder if it was one of the outside receivers not completely ready. And that's the first time we've seen the no-huddle, hurry-up offense from Brophy bite them.
Yeah, and this new no-huddle system has been pretty successful for the Broncos so far. As you can see, those 27 points up there on the scoreboard. But that's the first false start we've seen from it, and that's something we were talking about before the game. That's something that could be a disruptor to that Brophy offense, but so far it's been smooth sailing here. McGinnis looking to throw after the false start, airing it out way over the head of his receiver, incomplete.
Tough throw to make all the way over on the far side of the field. His receiver right there running a nice hitch route. Devin Fitzgerald ran a great route, but just over his head, trying to throw from the far hash mark all the way over to the opposite sideline. Tough throw to make no matter who you are.
Yeah, and I think that time Charlie just overestimated that throw, but definitely a great play set up for Devin Fitzgerald there, and as you said, that was a good route. It'll be Estrada here on 2nd down, and Williamsfield was ready. That'll force 3rd.
3rd and long. We know the pass is coming. I'm curious to see what concept Charlie McGinnis is most comfortable with, or what Coach Jewell and the offensive coordinator think would be best for Charlie McGinnis, because he can make the throws, but what concept could get someone open to move the sticks?
We've seen a good amount of throws down the middle for Charlie McGinnis so far, and maybe they'll want to try and set that up for him here. It'll be a verticals here. McGinnis airing it out deep. It is caught just short of the end zone. What a catch that time. What a throw by Charlie McGinnis, and the Broncos are knocking on the doorstep of a touchdown.
The man Cece making a great catch in midair all the way down to the 1-yard line, running a verticals concept, testing the zone defense, and McGinnis proves he can pick the defense apart, and he threads it right through in between the zone defenders.
Talk about your highlight plays of the night, trying to verts on 3rd down there, an excellent leaping grab by CC Camarada, and it's 1st and goal at the 1. McGinnis to Estrada. He is, let's see,
he is short.
Short.
Adrian Delaney right there. Absolute great tackle form, and he keeps him out of the end zone less than 2 yards away.
Very close call that time. They could run it in here with Estrada. McGinnis on the keeper, and he sneaks it into the end zone. Touchdown Broncos. They're going to extend that lead 33-20. Charlie McGinnis on the sneak, just a few inches needed that time for the touchdown. And this Broncos offense electric so far in week 1.
Yes, that time getting right under center, being that close. The man's been throwing it great all day, so he just gets behind his big offensive line, lowers his shoulder, and powers through for his first rushing touchdown of the senior campaign.
Connor Fury getting a break. That's the backup kicker, Eddie Jetton, out here for the Broncos. And Jetton's kick is up and good. It's a 34-20 ball game. And things not looking good for Williams Field. They're going to have to get 2 touchdowns on the board in 9 minutes and 33 seconds if they want to tie up this ball game.
We know that that offense is capable. We know that the offensive coordinator has good plays in that system. We know Cody Guy, if Cody Guy can get a little bit of time from his offensive line, granted that's a tough task considering who Brophy's defensive line is. If Guy can get some time, he can make the throws. Obviously, Dylan Lee is an explosive running back. The rest of this game, if the Williams Field Blackhawks want a chance, will come down to their defense, and if they can make a statement stop in order to get the football back.
Well, we did see them in this situation earlier. It started off as a 13-0 ball game. Williams Field ended up taking a 14-13 lead. Granted, they had way more time than they do now here with just 9 minutes and 33 seconds left in the ball game. But basically, anything is possible here.
Especially what we've seen tonight. Lots of back and forth. Lots of surprises here and there. This one is not over just yet.
Absolutely, especially when you have an offense as good as Williams Field's. Strong kick that time, and we're going to get some whistles.
An automatic touchback as he was fielding that one with a foot in the red of the Central High School end zone.
9:32 left to go in the game. It was a touchback that time on the kick. And here comes Williams Field needing 2 touchdowns. But, of course, when you have guys like Dylan Lee on your team, those touchdowns could come easy.
Definitely just need to start with the one-at-a-time mentality. There's still plenty of time left on this clock. You got all your timeouts. Just focus on a good offensive drive and get the first touchdown.
It'll be a handoff to Lee, right side. He's got a lot of room. He's going to go for the first and around 1 or 2 more yards.
It's a very efficient start for Williams Field. Hand it off to the man that's carrying the rock. And let him power through for 8 yards.
Smart play, too, especially because running outside does stop that clock.
Need all the time and every second they can get. Time not on their side.
2nd and 2. Another quick run. Lots of room that time for Lee before he goes down.
Brophy looking a little more conservative here, maybe wary of the pass with the clock winding down. The offensive line able to open a few more holes for Dylan Lee to try and move this football.
Williams Field running their own no-huddle style here with limited time. And that time Lee's going to go down quickly.
Definitely another great job by the Brophy defensive line. They're working that offensive line hard on both phases, running and passing.
And it looks like we just got a Brophy player that just fell down near that sideline.
Hopefully he's all right. Wondering if that is Thomas with another cramp potentially.
Tonight's game and all Brophy home events provided by Brophy Sports Medicine with Director of Athletic Health and Safety, Chris White, Head Athletic Trainer Janelle Dykstra-Wade on the field. Assistant Athletic Director Cameron.
Officials timeout. This allows both teams get the water in their system and the big blistering heat, even though it's nighttime. Arizona not making it easy on these athletes the first few weeks. Week 1, you've only had the practice speed and the practice experience. That first game, you always see a couple guys cramping and whatnot. So hopefully they get the water, they get the fluids and all the food they need, and then next week they'll be ready to go having this game experience under their belt.
Looks like it was Dom Mitchell that time. He's one of the most important guys on the Brophy secondary, so we'll see if his absence affects any part of this game. Here's Lee on the handoff. Another quick stop's going to force third down. Good, solid play from the Broncos defense.
One of the biggest differences this game is Brophy College prep on 3rd and long. The whole stadium knows they're going to throw, and they're still able to complete the pass because of McGinnis's arm talent mixed with that receiver talent. Williamsfield has struggled in known passing situations to find a completion and keep the chains moving.
Big Mardell row that time on the tackle. Let's see if they bring some pressure towards Cody Guy, and they do. He's going to have to roll out to his right, and incomplete. That's going to force 4th down, just what the Broncos were looking for.
That was critical from the Broncos defensive line. Cody Guy had all of his receivers to the bottom of your screen on his left side, and the defensive line pressures him so bad, forces him to the right, and gives him no option but to float it out of bounds.
And of course, down 14, the Blackhawk offense staying out there on 4th down. They're going to have to convert this if they want any chance left in this ball game. I mean, 8:03 is still a lot of time to play, but when you're down 2 scores, I can't stress how crucial this is going to be.
Absolutely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, especially when you know how good the Brophy Broncos offense is.
Couldn't state the situation any better. Guy dropping back to throw, firing. It is caught for a 1st down. That's Forster.
That's a really critical play. Great job by Cody Guy, still getting some pressure, but the offensive line finally giving him enough of a pocket to just stand in there and fire one complete.
Cody Lee that time to Trey Foster for the first time. They're going no huddle. Here's Lee. He'll pick up a few yards before 2nd down. And Lucas, you think Williamsfield is taking their no huddle inspiration right now from what we've seen from the Broncos throughout the whole game?
Yeah, definitely. They look to the sideline, they look at the coaches, they're getting a few signals, and they know what the play is, and then they're going right away, saving as much time as possible.
Guy dropping back to throw again, under pressure, firing. It is almost intercepted, but out of the hands of the defensive back that time. That's Jack Sebald.
Same concept right there, up the middle, attacking the one lone high safety right there with their best wide receiver, Cameron Cook. Just a little overthrown, but it shows that Cody Guy definitely has what it takes if he's given a clean pocket. That time just a little too much on the mustard there.
We're going to get an official timeout here.
Referee's talking to Coach Jewell, and we're pointing at something towards the Brophy sideline / stands. Not exactly sure what was being discussed. The referee might tell us right here.
Looks like it was just an official's timeout that time, so they just wanted to talk something over, but nothing comes out of it here.
I see all the guys getting moved even further back. Maybe a potential warning for another potential sideline infraction.
Crucial 3rd and 6 here for Williamsfield at their own 46. They're going to give it to Dylan Lee. He's got a lot of room. There he goes, still on his feet, tripped up inside the 10. That's Dylan Lee. And never say never for Williamsfield.
Great run right there. I thought he was going to be swallowed up in the middle, but that shows the combination of his power and his speed, able to escape the pile and get inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
Still in a hurry-up offense as Williamsfield, 6:55 left to go in the ball game. And it'll be a sweep around the end. Evading the first tackler, can't evade the second. That's Braden Kersner.
They keep coming back to it despite Brophy College Prep's ability to stop it. Like we said before, it worked the first time. This is now the 4th time they've called that fake inside zone kind of counter bubble reverse, and it just hasn't worked out tonight.
Second down.
Ending up losing a yard here, 2nd and goal on the 9. Guy back to throw, rolling out to his right. Under pressure, firing wide open for the Williamsfield touchdown, but we have a flag on the field.
Penalty flag on the pass play, completed to
pass that time was a touchdown throw to Cameron Cook, but let's see what this penalty will be.
I think we are looking at an illegal touching right here. I think Cameron Cook just stepped out of bounds before making a great catch, and unfortunately for the Blackhawks, this one is going to be coming back.
Illegal touching is the call that time, so signs of life for the Blackhawks are taken back. Still a 14-point ball game. 6:11 left to play, and now they're going to have to go even back, and it's going to be 3rd and goal from very, very long, Lucas.
A loss of down, that is tough. They might replay the down here. I'm not sure what they're going to do about that. I think they lose the down.
15-yard penalty from the fire spot.
So they keep the down, they lose the yards. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 24-yard line.
They will get to keep the down. That's pretty big, but all that yardage is a little shot in the foot right there. Looked like they had the touchdown to get this back to with 1 score, but the referee was standing right on the sideline, seeing that Cameron Cook must have stepped out by a hair, and now Williams Field is in a tough, desperate situation, trying to put it in the end zone.
It'll be a throw by Cody Guy, evading pressure, out to his left, shovel pass complete. Big hit that time out of bounds. Shovel pass was complete, big hit by Noah Hubbard, forced him out of bounds. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, Cody Guy was running out of options right there, on the run to his weak side, non-throwing arm side. So it would have been a tough throw to turn his hips around and make it. He just kind of gives it a little underhand flip to Cody Guy. We're going to be interrupted as Brophy wants to talk things over.
So it'll be a Brophy timeout with 5:38 left to play in the ball game. Brophy leads 34-20. And when we come back from the timeout, it will be a 3rd and goal from the 19-yard line. So tough field position for Williams Field, but it's very crucial they get a touchdown on this drive.
The entire game is coming down to these two potential 1 or 2 next plays, depending on what happens here. We know for sure if they don't get it in the end zone on this 3rd and goal, they have no choice but to try again on 4th. It's going to come down to this. They have a chance if they can get it in the end zone, but if not, this one is pretty much a done deal. So we're going to see what can the offensive coordinator and head coach of the Williams Field Blackhawks, they want to get the ball in the hands of their best player. And they're going to be looking for 2 people, Dylan Lee and Cameron Cook. So they're going to be scheming something right here, taking advantage of the Brophy College Prep timeout, fully discuss a play in the huddle, try and execute this one to perfection.
Well, let me ask you this, Lucas. Let's say that Williams Field gets a touchdown within 30 seconds and there's 5 minutes left in the ball game. Do they go for the onside kick, or do they just get a normal kick and try to make sure that the Broncos don't run the clock out?
It depends. If they have all 3 of their timeouts, I think they'll kick it off normal and try and stop them there, and if need be, use the timeouts and whatnot and get into desperation mode. I think with 5 minutes left, it's a little too early for the onside when you have all your timeouts. If they use a timeout or 2 here, maybe they do try it.
3rd and goal from the Brophy 19-yard line. It's Williams Field. Cody Guy to throw on 3rd down. Running through the pocket. Looking to throw, firing. It is. Let's see, is it a catch? Looks like it is. And yes, hauled in that time by Williams Field, but it's still going to be a 4th and goal.
That ball was almost intercepted, and Cameron Cook ripped it out of the defender's hands to make that catch.
I guess, Lucas, you could say it was almost a reverse interception that time.
Absolutely. The wide receiver had to play a little bit of defense to play some offense, if you know what I mean. Seems to be a flag down. He might have been across the line of scrimmage again, and this could put them into a really tough hole.
Looks like roughing the passer call. It's going to be And that's actually going to be even more advantageous to Williamsfield because now it isn't a 4th down. Now it's going to be 1st and goal.
Automatic 1st down. That is a penalty you can't have if you're the Brophy College Prep Broncos. Got to just let the man be and let your secondary deal with the result. Cameron Cook still made the catch, but 4th and goal from inside the 10 is much tougher than 1st and goal from the 5.
Clock is rolling here, around 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the ball game. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line for the Blackhawks. Keeping it himself is Guy trying to go around the left side. He's going to be brought down. Sacked that time by Jacob Buggy.
Jacob Buggy, have yourself a game, young man. He is making plays on both ends of the field and important ones as well. I liked the play design from the Blackhawks right there. They had gotten 2 touchdowns from that I formation power run. They fake to a bootleg. The receiver gets thrown off of his block, and Buggy makes a great play to save a touchdown.
Buggy, an Ironman player, plays wide receiver and defensive back. We know he's had a great game offensively, but he's had an equally good game defensively. This guy's going to keep himself again, and he's going to be stopped short once more. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal.
Good execution of another speed option.
Official timeout on the field.
As the officials are going to talk it over.
By number 58, Josh Finch-Logan.
Another helmet malfunction. So we've seen it once again. New player needs to come in for Williamsfield. Good execution on the option, but time is slightly ticking while Williamsfield tries to get it into the end zone.
And the clock's going to start again after that official's timeout. So as the clock is rolling here, 3rd and goal for Williamsfield at the 3-yard line. A touchdown is needed here. High snap. It's going to be a wildcat toss to Lee, who is, I believe, out of bounds before he got in. Nope, they're going to signal it a touchdown. Touchdown, Dylan Lee. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game, and just like that, Williamsfield back in with 4:07 left to play.
There it was right there. Williamsfield, the offensive coordinator, going deep into the bag. Wildcat out of the pistol formation, almost a full house, and they get it to their best player through an option pitch, and he does the rest. We thought he stepped out of bounds, but he leaped over and reached for the pylon, and now this game is interesting once again and certainly far from over.
As here's the kick that time from Rodenbaugh, right through and good. It's a 7-point ball game. We have a flag on the field, though, and that's going to hurt the Broncos.
Oh, this makes things even more interesting here. If this is a free 15 yards, this might be the decent opportunity to try that onside and bypass trying to have the defense stop it.
And when we said earlier, folks, that this game is not over, it is certainly not over. Still 4 minutes and 7 seconds of football left to play. And that's a lot of clock still on that scoreboard in a 7-point game.
Yeah, Avi, you asked me earlier if they would do the onside kick or not, and initially I said no with all the timeouts. But a 15-yard penalty, I was worried about the field position if you don't execute the onside kick. You know, you give it to them at midfield, field goal puts this game out of reach, and it's over. But with the movement there and into plus territory kicking it off, this could be worth a shot.
And let's see what the special teams decision is here for Williamsfield. As of now, it looks like they're lining up in regular kicking formation, so they won't elect to go onside. Oh no, they're moving up here.
They're going to get to kick from the Bronco 45. Quite advantageous. The Broncos and special teams coordinator Kyle Vandenbosch, they're ready. No one's even back deep. Everyone is fully prepared to try and recover an onside kick right now.
And the way Rodenbaugh is lining up, it looked like they might try and going for a little squib or maybe even an onside, just try and get that ball back. And instead, he'll elect to kick it out for a touchback.
Interesting decision.
So Williamsfield confident that their defense is going to get a stop here before the Broncos run those last 4 minutes and 7 seconds of the clock out.
Yeah, So they'll trust their defense here and see if the Blackhawks can make an impact play. I'm a little surprised he went straight to just kicking it out of the end zone and not putting a little more air under the football and just seeing what can happen, you know? When it gets kicked out of the end zone, touchback is touchback. But that means that the Blackhawks have trust in their defense. The defense has made some plays before, but obviously the biggest drive comes for them right here.
It'll be a handoff to Carlos Estrada on first down. He's going to have a lot of room here. There goes Carlos Estrada. And Trayshawn Shorty will stop him, but not before he takes it to the Williams Field 43. Huge run that time for Carlos Estrada.
Absolutely negating the field position there. The Broncos already in plus territory after one play. Things are looking quite scary for the Blackhawks.
Broncos still in that no huddle. Let's see if maybe they want to try and milk the clock here with 3:40 left to play. And it looks like they are trying to slow things down here. McGinnis trying to get the Williams Field Blackhawks defense to jump.
Very interesting to see. Brophy is still sending out 4 receivers out there to try and spread the Williams Field defense around, despite probably running the football once again.
And now they'll play it with around 3:08 left on the clock. It'll be a run for Estrada, who will be stopped almost immediately that time.
Ball carried by Carlos Estrada. Tackle on the play, number 31 for Blackhawks, Andrew Schurtz.
Tackle that time by Andrew Schurtz.
No gain, second down.
Williams Field is going to have to do what we call in football loading the box, and that's the tackle box up near the offensive lineman. They only have one high safety. They're getting guys close in there because they need to clamp down and stop this run if they want any chance.
And Coach Jewell trying to get his guys to run the clock down as much as they can here. McGinnis still waiting snaps with around 2:25. It's another run to Estrada. And he'll be stopped in a dog pile as the Broncos continue to milk that clock.
Joshua Chappelle making a nice play on defense, tackling Estrada really quickly. But here comes the first timeout from Williams Field.
And I was wondering how long they were going to wait to call that first timeout, because of course they still have all 3 timeouts, Williams Field do. And they're going to call the first one with around 2:15 left to play here, so it's all going to depend on this 3rd and 8. Because if the Broncos can pick up a first down, I'm sure Williams Field will have to burn that timeout. Even if they don't pick up the first down and it is a 4th down, they're going to have to burn that timeout anyways. So either way in this situation, I'm assuming they'll be left with around 1 timeout after this play.
Right. I'm liking the clock management from Williams Field right now. Give up a big first play, reset. There's enough time on the clock to just keep letting it go. Make the tackle on first down, make the tackle on second down, call it after second down, so that their plan is they want to, obviously make the stop, probably call another one to save the time. But then, instead of leaving your offense with none and relying on out of bounds and spiking the football, you have that one critical timeout in your back pocket just in case you need it. I'm very intrigued to see what Brophy College Prep will call here to try and ice this game. Do you force them to use a timeout with the clock, or do you go for the first down and end it?
McGinnis to throw here on 3rd down. Screen pass caught by Estrada. Stopped short of the first. And the Broncos will almost certainly go for it here on 4th.
McGinnis' pass complete to Carlos Estrada. Timeout, Blackhawks. Unofficially their 2nd timeout on the first down.
So there it is. They call the second one. And now 4th and about 4 yards to go. If Brophy College Prep gets this first down, this one is pretty much over. They can drain out the clock.
Yeah, and it looks like, Lucas, that Brophy student section pretty much thinks it's over. They're all eager to go to that back-to-school dance. And they think this one's done, but on 4th and 4 with around 2 minutes left, pretty much anything is still possible here.
Yeah, the Stampede, they call themselves. They're excited. They came out and they showed out tonight, but with the heat and with the lead that Brophy took in the fourth quarter, they've kind of emptied out. We've heard of that school dance mentioned, so people are excited to go to that. So the student section shouldn't determine that this one isn't quite over yet. Important fourth down coming up.
4th and 4 here for the Brophy offense. McGinnis thought he got them to jump, but this time I believe that's going to be a false start.
Penalty prior to the snap. Dead ball foul. False start offense. 5-yard penalty. Penalty enforcement results in 4th and 9 at the 4-yard line.
Well.
Back in punt formation.
Photo finish incoming here. Brophy certainly has to punt this one now after not being able to get that hard count. Exciting stuff. Williams Field isn't even going to send back a return man. They are committed to blocking this one.
And punt, the Broncos will do Connor Fury out there with 2:09 left to play. He'll punt it. They cannot block it. That's most likely going to bounce into the end zone unless they stop it. Oh, wow! What a stop that time by the special teams. And they've got it firing on all cylinders. They're able to stop that at the 1-yard line, Lucas.
Unbelievable. Often forgotten, but always important. The special teams unit of Brophy has put in the work tonight, and they have done their job 100%.
And I'll tell you what, this special teams unit might have just saved the game for the Brophy Broncos and added a W in this win column.
99 yards is a really tall task. There's 2 minutes, 1 second, 1 timeout for the Blackhawks. They have to have the perfect offensive drive to stay in this one.
And they say offense wins games, defense wins championships. We're special teams at that. No one ever talks about special teams, but you can see just how crucial they are on that play.
We're going to need to come up with a special teams metaphor at some point because, man, the Brophy Broncos have put on a special teams clinic.
2 minutes left to play. Guy having to throw in his own end zone. It'll be a screen that time to Lee. Almost a safety, big hit, trying to drag him back into that end zone, but the play will be whistled dead, and we do have a Bronco down. So the injury does mean that the clock will stop here with 1:46.
Unintentionally, Williams Field will get a quick breather, and depending on the condition of that down Brophy Bronco, Williams Field might get an extra officials timeout to talk things over. Risky play call going with the screen out of their own end zone, but obviously they had enough trust in it to complete it and get them some breathing room. I was almost concerned when they called that screen that the quarterback, Cody Guy, might have pulled a Jimmy Garoppolo or a Dan Orlowski stepping out of the back of his own end zone, which would have for sure ended this one. But Williams Field still alive.
Yeah, and of course, a safety, a main concern for the Williams Field offense. They're right back in that end zone. Thankfully, the Brophy player able to get up off his own 2 feet and walk back towards that sideline. 2nd and 7 here for Williams Field with 1:46 left to go in the ball game. It'll be spotted at their own 4-yard line. Low snap here for Cody Guy. Looking towards his left, almost sacked into a safety, throwing, firing. Did he get the catch?
Couldn't survive the ground. Incomplete. What an effort by Cody Guy to avoid that safety and rifle that football out of there. They were about a couple feet from bringing his knee down and ending this one.
3rd and 7 here now. Williams Field still stuck back in their own end zone. 7-point game, 34-27. Guy back to throw, trying to keep this game alive under pressure, firing towards the sideline. Intercepted! And that's going to end it. Dom Mitchell with the pick. Looks like he was just short of the end zone. If it's a pick six, this game is officially over.
Oh, no. things just took a turn. I think he fumbled the football on the way down. The referee is signaling touchback.
Oh, wow. Wild exchange of events here.
Wow.
Cody Guy's throw intercepted by Dom Mitchell, who fumbles the football on the return. Recovered by Williams Field in their end zone. So that's not a safety. That's going to be a touchback. So they're actually going to advance the football here.
Wow. Absolutely stunning turn of events. We thought collectively Brophy had this football at the 1 yard line, and he fumbled it on the way down. It went out of the back of the end zone. Another official's timeout as there's a Blackhawks player bent over in the back of the end zone. That is Cody Guy himself. So he's going to need to come out for a play, maybe more. And we're going to take a look. Who is the backup quarterback going to be?
Yeah, you can see Cody Guy just limping off that sideline. Unfortunate for him. Hopefully he's okay.
Looks like number 13, Xavier Buckles, is going to get the call here in a very critical situation for a potential game-tying or game-winning drive. Wow, this game there's been no shortage of entertainment, I'll tell you that.
Xavier Buckles now the quarterback is in. Buckle up your seats, folks. We've got a wild ride here. 1:26 left to go, and Williams Field somehow still alive. As we've got flags before the play. Whistles before the play. There could be a flag. And it's going to be another official timeout. Broncos trying to get some defensive substitutions before the play. Play will resume now. Xavier Buckles once again in at quarterback for the injured Cody Guy. 1st and 10 for Williams Field at their own 20 after that touchback on the fumble by defensive back Dom Mitchell on the interception. Buckles under pressure, trying to get it out. Incomplete. Intended for Foster.
Yeah, Buckles getting his first snap in there in a high-stress situation. Gets flushed out of the pocket immediately. Tries to make a tough throw on the run. Nothing much he can do about it there, as the Bronco defensive line has been making it uncomfortable for both Guy and Buckles.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Buckles back deep to throw, looking, firing a deep ball. It is, oh wow, it is caught. Cameron Cook and Williams Field still with 1 timeout left, trying to hustle down to the 40-yard line. This game is not over.
Xavier Buckles, first time flushed out of the pocket, 2nd time able to stand in there, as we will discuss over the Brophy Bronco timeout. Broncos need to talk that one over. Wow, what a play.
Yeah, Broncos had to call a timeout there to talk it over because that completely changes the dynamic of this game. Xavier Buckles, the backup quarterback, with a deep ball right towards star receiver Cameron Cook. He's been all over the place in today's game.
One of the rare clean pockets that we have seen for the Williams Field Blackhawks. Credit to the Brophy Broncos defensive line, constantly making it tough on both quarterbacks. But that time, the backup QB Buckles gets his first time to just be poised, sit in the pocket, and that was just a beautiful form throw. Delivered a dot. The Broncos are playing cover 2 with 2 high safeties, and he found his man Cook splitting them on a post route.
And all those Broncos fans that left early to go to the dance might be missing a fantastic finish here from Central High School. 34-27 is our score. 1 minute, 9 seconds left to play. Broncos defense trying to stop Williams Field from tying the game. We knew going into this one that this would be a good game, a competitive game between 2 guys that want to get their teams back on track after losing seasons. And so far, it's been exactly that.
They have pulled out all the stops. Just when you think one thing's going to happen, another happens. It's been exciting to watch, and whether as a broadcaster, fan, or whatever, this has been one of the most entertaining and wild football games I have witnessed in my lifetime.
Both teams have had their fair share of entertaining games. This a very good one here. Buckles going deep again. It is caught again. That is Cook once more. And Williams Field might tie up this ball game.
Unbelievable poise from the backup Xavier Buckles. He's only gotten 3 snaps, and he has flipped the field position entirely.
.102 left to play. The clock is stopped because Cook went out of bounds. Buckles, handoff to Lee. Good stop that time by the Broncos. And Dylan Lee has nowhere to go. The clock is still going to run here. 50 seconds left. Williams Field electing not to use their timeout. They're going to go no huddle.
Trying to flip their receivers and get them in position here.
Bennett Juve moving out to the left. Buckles under pressure, evading the sack. He's going to trip himself and go down. And Williams Field will have to burn their last time out here with 35 seconds left in the game.
This is going to be one of the most maximized timeouts we will see all game. The whole offense is going to get in there, and here's what coach is going to do. He's going to call a play, and everyone's going to get on the same page. But after that, he is going to schedule plays after, one way or another. So the offense knows exactly what's happening. They can get up to the line as fast as possible and run that next play right away, because time is not their friend. They've done all they can on the clock management side, but it's down to 35 seconds and about 19 yards to determine this one.
And that has to be the strategy for Williams Field, Lucas. You nailed that perfectly. You have no more timeouts left. There's 35 seconds left in the game. It's 3rd and 10. If you don't score here, you have to have that 4th down play ready. Or if you get the first, you still have to have that 1st down play ready, because you don't have time to regroup and call a play.
Yep, you got to get moving right away. So best believe he pre-called the next play no matter what the result is. And here comes arguably the biggest play of the ball game. Brophy College Prep is looking to keep Williams Field inbounds and keep the clock ticking.
Down to the wire in this one. 35 seconds. Buckles back to throw. Under pressure. Evading the tacklers. Taking himself. Has wide open room. Xavier Buckles is... Let's see here. Is he at the 1? They called it a touchdown. Xavier Buckles, the backup quarterback, comes in, and he leads the Williams Field Blackhawks 70 yards all the way into the end zone. And the fate of this ball game rests on the legs of the kicker, Brooks Rodenbaugh.
How improbable, but here we are. It wasn't over yet, and wow, Xavier Buckles, his time to shine, makes an unbelievable series of plays.
Oh, wow. Lucas, I think they're going for 2. We're going to get a timeout here from the Broncos, though, so Williams Field might want to talk it over. Now, I want to recall your attention to earlier in the game. Remember, Brooks Rodenbaugh missed an extra point, so that might be something that Williams Field may be concerned about. A 2-point conversion with 24 seconds left in the ball game and no timeouts left for either team will win Williams Field the ball game unless the impossible happens.
It's a very, very risky decision, but I don't blame the head coach of Williams Field to go for it on this one. We've seen a lot of players cramping. It's week 1 of the season. Overtime would be quite grueling for both these teams who have had a couple of cramp issues. So this is a important decision here. And to your point, yes, 1 extra point missed earlier in this game, and that's why we are here where we are now.
And talk about a Cinderella story. Cody Guy is hurt. Looks like the game might be over for Williams Field. It almost was over when Guy threw an interception on the play in which he got injured to Dom Mitchell, but he ended up fumbling the football in the end zone. Williams Field got a second chance at tying the game, got a touchback, and Xavier Buckles, the backup quarterback, comes in here and makes it a 1-point game.
Absolutely unbelievable, improbable stuff here.
They're going for 2. This is it.
They are avoiding overtime here. It is do or die time on a 2-point conversion.
Steve Campbell does not want his team playing overtime tonight. Williams Field trying to make a 14-point comeback. This to decide the game. Buckles looking to throw, shovel pass. He is stopped. There's a flag though. They could try this again, but for now it looks like the Broncos were able to make the stop. We have multiple penalty markers down.
There are flags everywhere. I have a feeling that this is either holding or this is getting redone.
Now, if these penalties, Lucas, are against Williams Field, the Broncos can elect to defer. That 2-point conversion will have been a failure. Williams Field will have to kick off. Brophy will win the game by 1 point. Barring some crazy change of possession in the game that gives Williams Field the ball back within these last 24 seconds. If the penalty is on Brophy, Williams Field will once again have another shot at life in this drive.
The most important call the referee's making tonight, and here it comes.
Personal foul against the defense face mask and sportsmanlike conduct.
Wow. So he made it into the end zone anyway, despite the face mask calls, and Williams Field has taken the most improbable lead I'm sure both of us have ever seen.
So somehow, some way, Williams Field got into the end zone when the refs ruled them short, but it turns out they got into the end zone, and then on top of that, it's a face mask and an unsportsmanlike conduct on Brophy, and just like that, the Broncos, who were up 14 with around 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the ball game, are now down by 1 point with 24 seconds left. The most improbable of comebacks for Williams Field. But the Broncos can't let their spirits go down. They still have 24 seconds in what has been an absolutely insane game to achieve the impossible.
Is not over yet still, because there are two players on that Brophy Broncos sideline that could flip this game once again on its ear. Quarterback, of course, Charlie McGinnis. He's got the arm talent. He's made the progressions. Can he guide his team somewhere close? And then the man who has been perfect for Brophy's side, Connor Fury, he seems he's got range. So if Brophy can get a half-decent return, one or two good plays out of Charlie McGinnis, and this one could come down to a potential game-winning field goal. Obviously, time not on their side with 24 seconds, but the way this game has gone, I would not call it over yet.
The only obstacle standing in the way of the Broncos, the clock. Thomas to return, though, that's CC Camarada. He's trying to go around the edge, and he'll be stopped here with 17 seconds left, so the Broncos have 17 seconds to try and win this football game.
And I am wondering, I think the Brophy Broncos, according to the scoreboard, are out of timeouts. I think they used one to discuss the potential two-point conversion coming up, and that's really going to hurt now if they don't have one here.
The benefit that the Broncos do have, however, is that they do play a no-huddle offense, so that could come into the clutch here with 17 seconds left to play, but it's going to take a miracle at Central.
Absolutely. They're going to need to be able to know how to spike that ball quickly.
Receivers and trips, Hail Mary formation, McGinnis firing. It is incomplete. No flag on the play. Physical play that time by Trayshawn Shorty, and these Broncos fans are very upset at that.
That could have gone either way. Another great job of Trayshawn Shorty being in the area. It is so tough as a referee to throw that flag knowing the situation, but also there was some contact, but I would argue there was contact from both of them at such a close play. I feel it really could have gone either way from the referee's flag or no flag.
Physical play that time by Trayshawn Shorty. No pass interference call. 10 seconds left. McGinnis drops back, looking, under pressure, firing towards the sideline. Incomplete. 4 seconds left. Broncos have one more play to try and win the game.
It is going to come down to this. Do the Broncos have a miracle stored deep down inside them? It'll be very tough. 3 guys, 3 defensive linemen to rush Charlie and put some pressure on him, and about 8 defensive backs sitting back trying to prevent anything from happening.
Here it is, 4 seconds left. Final play of the game. McGinnis looking deep, waiting. Still looking, under pressure, escaping to his right. Needs to throw it, gets it out. Knocked down, that's it. Williams Field with the most improbable comeback. Down 14, they win the ball game 35-34, and the Broncos lose their first game of the season in heartbreak.
Absolutely unbelievable. It's hard to believe that Williams Field was able to pull this off. It seemed so many times that they were completely out of it, including the interception that got fumbled out of the end zone. The most bizarre win I've ever seen.
And Lucas, who's your player of the game tonight?
That is a tough call to make. I think the player of the game. Look at how the refs are running out of here.
Oh, he just booked it to the refs.
Good for him. My player of the game is going to be Charlie McGinnis. His off-season progressions have obviously shown that he is developing in the completely right direction, and nothing he could have done in this loss, in this tight game, with the most improbable comeback that I have ever seen. Despite that, he made huge throws on 3rd down, and he really showed that he's ready, and he's here for his senior year. Despite the loss, despite the outcome, Charlie McGinnis is here to play ball, so he's my player of the game tonight.
Charlie McGinnis, Lucas's player of the game for the Broncos tonight. Lucas will interview both him and Coach Jewell after this one, but for now, I'm Avi Singh with Lucas Metzner saying so long and good night from Ray Lang Field at Central High School as the Broncos fall to 0-1 on their season. Thank you.
All right, Lucas, you want to go down, head down?
Yeah.
He's got the camera.
So, I interview them both?
Whatever you can do, honestly.
This is going to be tough. They do not want to talk to me.